You what's good? So we have made it to episode 11. That's dope. Um, not that much news to talk about. We do got one major injury, but we do got something sad. But I want to save it for the pre-show. Uh, I might have more than one co-host on today, which is this is cool. Um, Also, crazy week 10. We gotta recap it. And before I recap it, I gotta ask the question: do y'all believe? Do y'all believe? Oh, that's all I'm gonna say. Also, we have week 10. Oh, we're gonna start at week 11. Do you have your front runners for MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie, Defensive Rookie? We're gonna bring that up. Of course, we're gonna bring up the standings. We're gonna bring up if the playoffs started right now, who will be in position of those spots. And a little change this week, who's still in the hunt. And really this it's gonna be very weird to say, but it's actually a 3-win team is still in the hunt. Much more, much more. So without any further ado, let's do a little hearsay here, do one little thing on take the price off my own freaking page. Um, Also, I'm gonna just just share. I'm just sharing right now, and like I said, it's just the pre-show. You ain't missed nothing yet. So I put that disclaimer on. And when I put that disclaimer on, we about to roll. What else? What else? What else? What else? Hope your team's doing well. Mine ain't. My team found a way to lose in Germany, so we're not undefeated overseas no more. Ain't that a bitch? um, Also, what's going on? And we go to talk about it. We go to talk about it. We're not gonna stand uh, all day about it, but we definitely gonna talk about it. Let's see what else I gotta do here. I think I am done. Yes, yes. All right. I am done here. Let's start this show. Hopefully, my one or two special co-hosts will be joining me later. But as of right now, let's freaking go. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Don't be alarmed. It's your boy Enforcer, Mr. Attention Getter. One of my co-hosts of the show just hit me up and asked you to hit the link again for him. And I'm doing such things, sir. Please be patient. And I got you. I got you. So what's really good with y'all right now is that we are in the thick of things right now. NFL right now it's a crazy time right now to be a football fan, but hopefully that works, bro. Yeah, so let's just get into it. Let's just get into it. Um, we do have we do have I guess you could say one major injury. It's not really major, it's just pretty much finalized. We talked about this last week. And of course, the injury is affirmed that he is out for the season. And who I'm talking about Dak Prescott. Yeah, he's out for the season. He's doing surgery on his hamstring. I think it front pulled. He tore it. So um, yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on that situation for Dak. Um, we will talk about the game itself because it looked like that announcement just shell shocked, shell shocked uh, um, the Cowboys. So we just gonna leave it there. All right, we gonna leave it there. Um, the only other news I got is a sad news. It's sad news, and let me just say it like this. Yes, we lost a legendary coach. Think if I'm not mistaken, last night actually during the Rams game. Legendary coach John Robinson passed away. He coached the Rams in the early 80s to the early 90s. He also is a former USC Trojan coach, the good old days of the Trojan uh, uh, coaches. Yes, he was one of those that coached OJ Simpson, those games, rivalry games, USC versus UCLA. Um, yeah, he was one of the main reasons why uh, Eric Dickerson to this day still holds the rushing record for a season, 2,105 yards. It's gonna be broken soon. I don't know when, but it's gonna be broken soon. Um, yes, we lost coach. Rest in peace. Condolences to the Robinson family, to the Rams organizations, and also to the USC Trojan family alumni. Yes, very very sad news, and I think that's all I got for uh injury trades or signings. I think there is one more, but I don't got no picture for it. But I think the Colts said that Joe Flacco will be the starter next game officially. So hide that on here before I get to the proceedings of recapping week 10. I always got to plug my shit. Um, this is the link. This is what, if you write it down, this is make it easier to go straight to the store. Um, which will give you stuff like this, my hat, my hoodies. We got t-shirts, we got funny quotes. I probably during the off season I will make sports related merch, but I'm just doing stuff just to do stuff, because you know. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get into this week 10, and I always start with Thursday night football. And when we talk about Thursday night football, holy crap, let's get to it. We're going to this wild game. Yeah, I said it. Wild game. These guys, Baltimore Ravens against Cincinnati Bengals. As you can see the score, 35-34. It was beyond nuts. Beyond nuts. When I say that, I say it with like it was like matting on rookie. If that makes sense. It was like matting on rookie. Excuse me. Um, Jamal Chase was a fucking freak. I think it was 11 catches, over 260 yards, 3 touchdowns. It was like they put turbo on his sneakers. They couldn't catch him. But the Ravens is who the Ravens are. The Ravens, um, Lamar is not gonna be outshined by a long shot in this one. He showed again why he's MVP. Derrick Henry scores another touchdown. I think he's the first running back in I don't know how long on or in ever to score in every game so far in the season. So that's remarkable. And he's on pace to breaking that record that I was talking about earlier. If if he keeps going. Um but yeah, the Ravens come out winners with a nice all purple uniforms. Love it. And got my little signature, my favorite emoji over there. Y'all see it right next to win. If you know me, you know that's my favorite emoji. But that was Thursday night football, and the Ravens look like they finally get it. They look like they finally get it. They got it together after that week. Was it week one loss to the Chiefs? Do I think they? Do I think they got a chance with the Chiefs now? Who knows? We'll find out because I gotta talk about those Chiefs in a minute. I really do. But let's get to the rest of the week. We gotta get the rest of the week, and we gonna start in Germany, and we gonna start with my fucking Giants. But something had to give. Something had to give, and for for a minute there, for a minute, for a minute, it looked like the Panthers would run away with this. Again, for a minute. But the Giants made it interesting. They I guess you could say they fought back. But as the Giants, this is why I say I'm a Giant fan. I'm gonna die either watching the Giant game. They find a way to lose. And the very first play, Tracy fumbled. And I know the cameras caught him and he felt bad and he was hurt. Rookie mistake, bro. Hopefully you get better. Hopefully the Giants will get you the right. Hopefully, we're not with that motherfuckers at GM, but yeah, it was fumble in the first fucking play of overtime, which the Panthers wanted to get the fuck out of there, and they kicked the 30, I think it was a 36, 37-yard field goal for the winner, 20-17. Panthers on a 2-game winning streak, and yeah, next game we have. I don't have this in no clock order, so bear with me here. Um, next game on my shit, I see uh, is another New York team. The goddamn Jets went to Arizona, and I think their bodies went there. The spirit was not there uh, at all. At all. Aaron Rodgers didn't show up. Adams didn't show up. Wilson didn't show up. For a minute, Hall was there, but then he just left the building. I don't know what's going on. But the Cardinals, my God, the Cardinals is like they really want this division. They better keep it going because now when I get to the next games, that you gonna see why. But they better keep this shit going, and they better keep it going and keep it tight because it's another team that's getting healthy, and they are known to making runs around this time. So we'll get to them in a minute. Um, the Jets defense has been looking very pedestrian once they fired their head coach. That's an honest and maybe factual um description of the Jets defense. Very pedestrian, very below average. Then it's like they're not even there. And the Cardinals uh blew them out. Aaron Rodgers look like who I mean, like who you gonna fire now, Aaron? Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. 31-6 Cardinals Jets. Next game. Buffalo against Indianapolis. Holy crap, Buffalo is on a roll. They are running away with this division, man. Buffalo is running away with this division. Also, during this game, Josh Allen tied for second in rushing touchdowns with O.J. Simpson. Who's above him? The great Thurman Thomas is above them both with 65 touchdowns in the franchise. Uh, Buffalo, Buffalo got some weapons, man. The defense is the defense. For the Colts, I don't know what to say with the Colts. I think the Colts are comfortable with Joe Flacco, but how long you think you can hold Joe Flacco? Um, I don't know. I really don't. But I don't know. Buffalo came in Indianapolis with a game plan. They stuck that by that game plan. They win what they leave and win by 10, 30-20, and we got another game. And that game, Eagles. Oh God. I guess we're gonna talk about this shit now, huh? Yeah, well, let's do it. The game we're gonna talk about now is this game. Fuck me if you want to. I think something's wrong. Something's very wrong. So the way this game started, it looked like the Broncos had the Chiefs numbered, or the Broncos was very, very not Broncos, but the Chiefs was very, very tired. Like they didn't wake up yet. And the Broncos started off with a 14-3 lead. They had this until Patrick Mahomes right there finally found the groove, and they only scored one touchdown this game to Tracy, which I think broke a franchise record. Um, yeah, but other than that, they only scored field goals, and which by luck was their saving grace was a field goal. But the last drive of the game for the Broncos, they finally start moving the ball. And I think it was a 3rd and 6, and Bo Nix hit was it Sutter? I think it was Sutter for a 14-yard play. Got them in great field goal range. They milked the clock to like 1 second, and you would think, okay, Kansas City is not leaving here undefeated. They can't. There's no way he can miss this field goal. Did he miss it? No, because it didn't even get off. The fucking Chiefs blocked the damn field goal with 1 second left and escaped and remained undefeated. Now, some people, some conspiracy theorists out there swear the game is rigged. There's no way. I'm just gonna say it's some luck into this. It gotta be because one, it to keep it real, the Chiefs should be at least a game a game I want to say a game above 500. They should be. It was some games they should have lost, and this one is no different. They should have lost this game, but the football guys want them to remain undefeated, and that's what happens. I feel bad for the Broncos because they really outplayed the Chiefs. They really outplayed them, but it takes one lucky ass fucking play, and it was on special teams, and the Broncos left Arrowhead with an L. So there you go. Kansas City 16, Broncos 14. Next game, and that next game will be the Chargers. The Chargers against the Titans. I did not see the Titans win this game. I'm sorry I didn't. If anybody thought the Titans outside of Tennessee thought they was gonna win this game, you must be one hell of a betting man. But no, they was not gonna win this game. The Chargers, I don't know about the Chargers. Sometimes they are iffy with me. Sometimes, like they're on a roll now. They're on a roll. I think this is the second win in a row. I think, but they're very iffy with me. I'm not very confident in the Chargers. You know, at least they beat the team they're supposed to beat, right? Um, but this game, they did what they're supposed to do, right? The Titans need to get back to the drawing board. They one of many teams that need to get back to the drawing board. And that's all I'm going to say about that. 27-17 Chargers with the victory. Next game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We go into this game. Oh, God. We got to talk about this game right here. Minnesota and Jaguars. Minnesota. Talk about someone escaping victory. Minnesota escaped Jacksonville. They escaped Duval. And why you say why I'm gonna tell you why they escaped. Sam Darnold threw 3 interceptions into the end zone. Like all 3 of them was going to Jefferson. And luckily, they got a field goal kicker that made at least all his field goals. And their defense is damn good. And the Jaguars are not so good. Because this game should have been over. If the Jaguars had an offense, a respectable offense, or if the Vikings defense was average, the Jaguars should have scored more points than 7. They should have. But I gotta give it to Minnesota defense and their kicker because Sam Darnold. And don't get me wrong, the Vikings was moving the ball. The Vikings outplayed stat wise. It's always those stinking turnovers that keeps other teams in the game. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But 12-7. 12-7. Oh, not to mention that the Jaguars quarterback was not Travis Lawrence. It was what's the bum that left the Patriots? I can say that he's a bum. Anyway, that's how much of I don't remember his name, but yeah. So unfortunately, Jaguars couldn't capitalize on this game because all it would have took one touchdown, they would have won the game. But it is what it is. 12-7 Vikings win. Next game. Dun, 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 dun. New England goes to Chicago and beat the Bears 19-3. Yes, I'm singing it. I'm sorry. Yes, the Patriots go into Chicago. I'm telling you, these rookie quarterbacks, when they get these damn playbooks, they're going to be something special. Some of them, anyway. Not the one that lost today. He was not special. He was not special at all. He was he looked like a rookie quarterback. Like a rookie quarterback that don't know the playbook because I ain't gonna blame it on him. You cannot blame the whole thing on him when he got sacked 9 times. Like there was no time. 9 times. You get sacked 9 times, this game. It's hard sometimes, depending on what team you are and what you got in your personnel. But the Patriots came in. Drake May is gonna get this. I'm telling you, he's gonna get this. And you get him a weapon, he's gonna be awesome for the Patriots. The defense can get better. Even though they're facing the Bears, I think the defense could get better. feel bright about your future, Patriots. Give like 2-3 years. Feel bright. Anyway, 19-3, Patriots win. Next game. Yes, 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 yes. I'm doing a little differently now. It's not just coming up like it used to. Oh, this game right here. The New Orleans Saints snap that losing streak. And they finally win. They need to thank their lucky stars that the Falcons kicker, he missed hella field goals. I think 3. He missed 3 field goals. Cousins look like Cousins from Washington. I'm talking about the end of his Washington, you know. Carr and MVS, if y'all know, y'all know. This dude was throwing bombs. Like I tell people this every time someone gets fired. Every time someone gets fired in midseason, whoever's that interim coach, and it's proven. It's proven. Every time there's an interim coach, they come in and they throw the whole playbook on that first game, which he did. The whole playbook, he went wild. He didn't fuck a game plan. He went wild that whole game. And the Saints survived. The Saints survived with a 2017 victory over the Falcons. The Falcons, who was on a roll, I think this is their first loss in a while. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But yeah, that's all I can say about that. There was a key play I do want to talk about. Kamara, you could have iced this game. This could have been the dagger, and you decide to drop the ball. I don't care. I don't care they won. I don't care they won. I'm a running back, and this is I defend running backs to this day. And it's the kind of shit right there. Even though you could have over 550 receptions and all that stuff, but you drop the one, they gonna remember that shit when it comes a true. And again, you did extend your contract, but this is the kind of shit that they remember when another contract comes up. So, but again, they won. So shout out to the Saints. They snapped that loser streak. Next game. Dun, 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 dun. We gonna do it. Did I tell you to go talk about this game? Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Dallas. And let's stop the finding things to blame. Oh, the sun got my eye. You got your ass whipped. The Eagles are not to be fucked with, and that's why I loved was the Thursday night game this week. But the Eagles, and yes, Cowboys did not have their quarterback who's out for the season, Mr. Prescott, who y'all fucking sucked. I'm not gonna let that go, Dak. I can't defend you. I can't. No running game. Cooper Rush, again, Cooper Rush is a good quarterback, but I don't know what to say. Then the defensive side of the Cowboys, Parsons was back, but was he? It was a bright moment. Keyword is moment with Diggs with the nice interception in the end zone. But other than that, the Cowboys did not show up in this game, and the Eagles show why they're one of the contenders in the NFC right now. Coming into Jerryland and beating them 34-6. Usually this would be a competitive game to the final 2 minutes. No. I mean, not at all. So, Cowboys. What's next? Next game. Next game is possibly one of the, if it's not the Thursday night game, it's this game was game of the week. Washington and the Steelers. Steelers squeaked by 1 point, but it was very competitive um, from the get go. It was very it was back and forth for a while. Uh, the I call them the Redskins. The Commanders had a possibly a good 10-point lead at the time, but the Steelers fought back. And how how I don't know if it's karma or just justice for the pretty much the game winning or the game leading touchdown for Pittsburgh went to Mike Williams, who they just got from the Jets. And the quote to quote Rex Ryan, he said this that morning. He said, if you think that he was a throwaway, watch what happens with Mike this rest of the season. And he didn't even take the rest of the season. It took the first game. He gave Russell probably his best performance as a Steeler. And that posed the question. There was a lot of people, I think maybe me too, maybe, I don't know, I gotta look at the video footage, that kind of question might at first. But then again, I shut up because that guy has not had a losing season ever as a Steelers head coach. So I know I said that and I backed off. Is there any doubters now about Tomlin's coaching, about his decision making? Is there any doubters now? Because it seems like they're better with Russ in, like points wise, yardage wise. They got the threat, the deep ball threat now. The defense is balls out. I think we got a few contenders in the AFC that could possibly give the Chiefs some troubles if the Chiefs don't fucking wake up. But yeah, let's keep this a buck. The Steelers are rolling right now. The Ravens are rolling right now. Can't wait for that game. I can't wait for that game when it happens. I can't wait. Steelers and Ravens is circling on my calendar. It's always circling on my calendar because it's black and blue. But this one, something got to give. Something got to give. For the Washington side, yeah, they lost, but their head, they should keep their head up because that was a good game. It was a good game by Washington. It just sucks that they lost by one. But I say 7 times out of 10 it'd be a different result. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Steelers goes into Washington 28-27. And what do we have next after this? Because I gotta talk about that Sunday night game. Another game. I just was talking about the Cardinals. This is what I was talking about. This team right here, they're getting healthy. McCaffrey's back, and I mean, doing McCaffrey things in this game. The defense looked different. But if I'm going to talk about anything in this game, and I think the young man that got shot, I think he scored a touchdown. So congratulations to him. Anything I'm going to talk about this game is 3 things. 1, Deebo Sanders, don't you ever wear that shit again. Not in public. You wear that shit in your house. Don't wear that shit. If y'all know, y'all know. But also, that kicker, the field goal kicker. Oh, what is going on with? Well, then again, I always say when you're trying to kick a 50-yard field goal on grass, it's very hard to do. And it costs a lot of people football games over the years. Anything past 45 or 40, is a very difficult kick on grass. Very difficult. And he missed like two of them, but he made that one that count. um on the flip side, shout out to Baker Mayfield, man. Fossey got one of the plays of the year so far. And it is very questionable. And I say it's very questionable because Bosa had him by one arm. Well, I mean, he had his arm, and Baker's holding off Bosa with one arm, and he throws the ball and completed for the fourth down to keep the drive going. And they came to play. Don't get me wrong, the Buccaneers came to play, but that's the only play that stood out of why Baker Mayfield. I'm a Baker Mayfield fan. I love this dude. Very again, chip on his shoulder, a size of a gorilla, and he's doing this without his main weapons, which is Evans and Godwin, and they still try to make a game out of it, but they left too much time for Brock Purdy, and they drove that ball and game-winning field goal. 49ers back on their winning ways, and this is why I said the Cardinals better keep this shit going, because the 49ers are known for making runs at the starting off a little shaky. And the last time they was 4-4, they went like 9-0. In fact, that's when Purdy started. So I don't know if history gonna repeat itself, but Cardinals, you better keep it going, because if the 49ers sneak their way back into this division, that's on you, buddy. All right. So I think we're on the Sunday night football game, which was, let me make sure. I just want to make sure I didn't skip nothing. Okay, yeah, we're on the Sunday night football game, which is Detroit versus Houston. What can I say about this game? Jeff Goff became the 10th quarterback to throw 5 interceptions and win the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interceptions and still won the game. This guy be, in my lifetime, the most interceptions in one game, total of 7. Because CJ, he threw 2. Are we buying or are we selling the Detroit Lions? They are 8-1. In my lifetime, I have never seen Detroit 8-1. That's including with the great Barry Sanders. I have never seen Detroit Lions 8-1. Look, I'm a man. I'm not afraid to say my age. I am 43 years old. I have never seen Detroit 8-1. I'm buying. I said this last episode, and I'm saying it again. This is not the laughing stock where you are guaranteed to put a W next to your schedule. These boys are savages, and they found a way to win when their quarterback, who's been freaking pretty much damn near perfect, excellence of execution. They don't throw more than 5 incompletions in a game. Was not on his game. He still threw for 50%, by the way. 5 interceptions, and they still found a way. And let me remind you this. Houston was running all over this fucking team. They had them 23-7 at halftime. 19 unanswered points from Detroit. Dan Campbell. Did he win Coach of the Year last year? Because if he didn't, he's winning it this year. That's a guarantee. He's winning it this year. Those boys are savages. Are they the favorite to go to the Super Bowl? As of right now, as of what we've seen, and this to see that they found a way to win from down 19, from down 19. I'm gonna say, down 16. Was it 16? Yeah, 16. they're favored for the NFC East right now, right now, and that's Sunday. Let's get to let's get to last night, if you will. First of all, let me do that. Uh, Last night, oh sorry, was surprising. I did not see this side of the Dolphins come out, and they came out blitzing. They was blitzing all over the place. They messed the timing for the Rams, and I forgot. I lost count. Excuse me. I lost count how many sacks they got on Stafford. But for the Rams, they were still in this. Sadly, but it's true. They were still in this. Um, uh, but the Dolphins had this. I mean, first I didn't know that Hill was playing. They said it was questionable. He played and he scored a touchdown. And I did not know it was his second touchdown of the year. What? Oh man, he got some catching up to do. Um, so the Dolphins showed up here. Um, the stars, all the stars was out. Um, Ramsey returned to Los Angeles where he won the Super Bowl. Odell Beckham returned to the Rams where he won Super Bowl and got hurt. Uh, this was the battle of the assistant coaches of Washington, which was head coach of the Rams against the head coach of the Dolphins. There's so much you could talk about here. I just wish it was a better circumstances of records, but it still was all right game. It could have been better. Like I said, I did not expect the Dolphins to come out and win, and the way they won was unbelievable. So, shout out to Dolphins on that one. And we at the end of of week 10. Again, I hope y'all team look good. I hope. So let's get into how the standings look for the AFC. Let's go with the AFC first. So in the AFC East, Buffalo is still up top with 8-2 record. With that win from last night, Miami is now in second place with a 3-6 record. The Jets 3-7. The New England Patriots are 3-7. Go to the AFC North. We have let me get me out of here. We had the Pittsburgh Steelers up top by half a game. That's why I can't wait for this game. By half a game, 7-2. The Ravens right behind them, 7-3. Cincinnati is 4-6, and the Cleveland Browns, who is on the bye, is 2-7. AFC South. AFC South, we have Houston. Even though they lost, they still on top of the division, 6-4. Indianapolis is 4-6. Titans 2-7. Jaguars 2-8. And on the West, the only undefeated team in the league, Kansas City 9-0. The Chargers is right behind them, 6-3. The Broncos 5-5. I feel so bad for them, but they're 5-5. And the Raiders are 2-7. And that's the AFC. On the NFC side, on the NFC East, you had the Philadelphia Eagles, half game lead over Washington. Washington was in front, but now they're not. Washington 7-3, Dallas 3-6, and my damn Giants, thank God it's a bye week, 2-8. On the north side of the NFC, Detroit, again, never saw this in my lifetime, but 8-1. Right behind them, the Vikings, who I said escaped the Jacksonville Jaguars with a 7-2. Green Bay, who also had a bye, is remains 6-3, as The first team to go under 500 in this division, Chicago, is 4-5 now. On the south side of the NFC East, Atlanta, heartbreaking loss, but still up top on the division, 6-4. Uh, the Buccaneers also a heartbreaking loss, 4-6. Snapping their 7-game losing streak, New Orleans 3-7, and the 2-game winning streak Panthers are 3-7. And on the West Side, we have Arizona, who's on the roll, 6-4. Right behind them is a 5-4 San Francisco 49ers. The Rams and the Seahawks, who Seahawks had a bye, they are 4-5. And our standings after week 10. So if the playoffs started now, this is your seeds. We have no one seed, of course, is Kansas City and Detroit. On the AFC side, the number 2 seed would be the Buffalo Bills against the 7 seed Broncos. On number 3 seed in the AFC side, the Steelers will go against the LA Chargers. I cannot say that. I swear I'm used to saying San Diego. And the 4th seed, Houston, will face the 5th seed Baltimore Ravens. In the NFC side, the number 2 seed Eagles will face the Green Bay Packers. 7th seed, 3 seed Falcons will face the 6th seed Washington. See how that changed in 1 week. And the 4th seed Cardinals will face the 5th seed Vikings. In the hunt, now remember I said this was weird? In the hunt is the Colts at 8, the Bengals at 9, the Dolphins at 10, the Jets at 11. Weird. In the hunt, on the NFC side, the 49ers, the Bears, the Rams, the Seahawks. Very, very weird. But hey, that's how the season's going. Never know what happened any given Sunday. Any given Sunday. So now that we got that out the way, let's get to this. We are at about to start week 11. And my question to you, simple question. Hold on. Who do you have as your MVP so far? I guess they say these are the 4 people, but do you have your own MVP? Who's the most valuable player? Not the most popular. Not the most popular. Who's the most valuable player? If I go with ain't valuable, like maybe a whole different team without this person. Wow. This might surprise y'all. No, it won't. No. I'm putting a rookie up there. I'm putting Jaden Daniel. Yeah. Then we go from MVP to offensive player of the year. It's just it's kind of tough choice because 4 of my choices is up there. I'm sorry, CeeDee Lamb is not my offensive player of the year. And I'm not saying that to hate on the young man, but they paid him and he's not showing what he's worth. Him and Dak. Well, Dak is hurt, so it don't matter. Barkley is second in rushing behind Henry. Chase is playing out his mind right now. Even though Jefferson was like smothered this past weekend, he's still up there. 1 game cannot change that. But if I gotta make one single choice, And no, it's not because he's not a Giant no more. But I'm going with King Henry, man. I'm sorry. The Ravens changed their whole game plan. They gotta get this ball 20, at least 25 times to 30 times for them to Lamar could play MVP ball. So yeah, I'm going with Derrick Henry. Now before I go here, now if I go with my comeback player of the year, uh, might be Russell Wilson, might be, but we got time. We got time. Um, defensive player of the year, T.J. Watt. It's very easy. No disrespect to Dexter's, but they not gonna give their. This is not the 50s where they give the award to someone just because the league was scared of them. You gotta have you gotta be the number top ranking defense. You gotta make the impact, and you gotta make the numbers. Watt is that guy. He's that guy. Unless something happens with Dex and he changed and he wins the sack, yeah, I would have gave it to Alexander. I'm sorry, Xavier, because he's doing outstanding work with the defensive backfield. But the boys up there that's stopping the quarterbacks is my key, and T.J. Watt is my defensive player of the year. Rookie is the same guy says going to be MVP, Jaden Daniel. Now, if he don't get it, the person that will get it, if for some reason he don't get it, Bo Nix. Bo Nix, his numbers look good, but Jaden numbers look good, and he getting wins and possibly take his team to playoffs. But right now, if you saw in that playoffs scenario, Bo Nix is in the playoffs if it started today. Just put it out there. Defensive player of the year, I cannot help you on that. No one. I don't even know none of these guys. They're not making no noise to me. So someone correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you get a chance. If you see this later or you see it now, help me out here. But that's about it. That's all she wrote for me. But who do y'all have for MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player Rookie of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year? Who do you have? Leave in the comments. I might make a video of that soon. I don't know, but that's what's up. All right. So as you already know, we did all, and now we must end it off with next week, week 11, week 11, week 11, and on week 11 tomorrow. Oh, not tomorrow, but Thursday night we got a rivalry game in Philadelphia, Washington against Philly. Yeah, any history buffs out there that know they football, that's not just a football game. You got a history there. Not just because they NFC East rivals. There's a game called the Body Bag Game. Y'all remember the Body Bag Game? Was you born around that time? If you wasn't, just Google it like y'all do everything else. The Body Bag Game. Buddy Ryan took out everybody, took out all the quarterbacks. They had to play Brian Mitchell at quarterback. Oh, yes. Let's do this. I don't want to see Washington lose back to back, but Eagles are playing lights out, especially Barkley looking. Yeah, I miss Barkley. Okay, speaking of rival, let's go to Sunday. Green Bay at Chicago. The history's there, but I'm going with Green Bay. They are rested. They come out that bye. In fact, let me get the screen to the there you go. So everybody can see this. They come off the bye. Chicago is, I think they're still jet lag. So there you go with that. Jacksonville and Detroit, you must be kidding. I'm going with Detroit. Minnesota against Tennessee. I'm going with Minnesota. At Tennessee, yes, I'm going with Minnesota. Las Vegas against Miami. After what I seen last night, if that Miami show up, Miami. Yeah. If that Miami team show up, it's gonna be Miami. Rams against New England. I'm going with the Rams. Cleveland against New Orleans. Jameson Winston returns to New Orleans. But New Orleans gonna win this game. Yeah, I went there. New Orleans gonna win this game. They'll have a winning streak. Indianapolis against the Jets. Holy shit. This is what I'm talking about. Joe Flacco is gonna start that game. You want to say Joe Flacco returns to Jersey to the New York Jets MetLife Stadium. I'm going with the Jets. I'm going with the Jets in this one. Next game, Atlanta against Denver at Mile High, 4:05 Eastern Time. I'm going with Atlanta. Seattle, a rivalry game. Seattle against San Francisco. I said San Francisco like doing these runs. San Francisco will win this game in San Francisco. Kansas City against Buffalo. Game of the week. And I'm going with Buffalo. I'm going with Buffalo to end the madness that is Kansas City being undefeated. All their 9 lives are over. Buffalo is going to be Kansas City. And for Sunday Night Football, Cincinnati against the LA Chargers. I'm going to go with Cincinnati on this one. And Monday Night Football, it's the Battle of Texas. Houston at Dallas. And the way the Cowboys playing and how pissed off Houston is, Houston winning this game. Buys are the Giants, Arizona, Tampa Bay, and Carolina. And that is all she wrote. That is week 11. Who do you have? Put in the comments. Who do you have winning these games? And yeah, and that's all she wrote for me. I thought I was gonna have some co-hosts tonight, but this wasn't in the cards. It's okay. We got plenty of games to go. I'm gonna have a co-host. And I'm gonna work on a trying to have an actual co-host to come on the show every time. Once I get a flexible schedule or actual schedule, or I might change my game plan to have possibly 2 or 3 shows a week. Nah, maybe 2. Maybe I might do a Sunday or Monday show and a Tuesday show. I don't know. We just see how that goes. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your week. Remember, Thursday is Washington coming to Philadelphia. And whatever you do, stay humble in victory and hopeful in defeat. And I'm your boy, Enforcer, Mr. Attention Getter. Please follow the YouTube page with the same name. Also, you come on the Facebook page is Mr. Attention Getter. On TikTok, Enforcer H4L, where I talk about everything football, wrestling, all that stuff. And on the YouTube page, we got this. I got Self-Made Gaming, which I am playing. I'm replaying Spider-Man right now, so that's fun to do. And I'm your boy. I'm out of here. Let's fucking go. Let's get out of here. Peace.